Good morning. Welcome to Unity Chattanooga. Hope y'all ready for a sing-along. I'm gonna need some help. I am as God created me, in the light, in the love, in the glory. Sing that line again. In the light and the love and the glory. In the light and the love and the glory. In the light and the love and the glory. I am. In the light and the love and the glory. In the light and the love and the glory. In the light and the love and the glory. I am. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. I can feel God's mighty power and God's grace. There's a holy hush around us. I see love on every face. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place.
Good morning, my loves.
Good morning, sister.
Okay. So I had 3 iterations of this prayer. And as I'm on our way here today, Spirit says to me, will you shrink or will you shine? And I was like, woo. So we're going to set this comfort aside. And I choose to shine, Spirit. So this prayer that I had worked on is about the harvest, and we are just entering into the harvest season. We're at the very beginning of it. But there is this significance that I can feel, these thresholds, when we walk through them, the intensity, especially this one, has been so palpable. There's texture I can actually interpret. And as I created this prayer about this harvest season and how it's important and why it's important, everything that came through kind of had a flatness to it until Spirit says, why don't you be the example? So I think Spirit's what's asking of me is to walk through this threshold with you all and actually harvest and be the example so that you can see what this actually means and can do for you. Because we talk a lot about it, but we don't really actually do it. And since I kind of jive on experiential, this is what we're going to do, apparently. There has been something that has been growing inside of me since we got here almost 2 years ago. And you all have been a part of that process, incredibly intricate part of this process. For me to be up here and to be comfortable speaking is a significant thing because this has never been my comfort zone or my jam. But there has been something here, a quality that has been nurtured by you all. Being able to speak through with the divine flowing through me has been something I've worked on quite a bit and tried to figure out with the writing, with the reading, the speaking. Okay, I'm going to name the elephant in the room. There's an energy presence that comes up here with me. I am trembling right now, but I'm not scared. I'm not nervous. I don't know what to do with this energy. I've not been able to comprehend how to work with this energy. And I've tried every which way to figure this out. You can call it the Holy Spirit. You could call it all kinds of things. But it is so potently here right now. And I'm going to allow myself to be vulnerable in front of you all. Once again. I want to integrate this energy, but I want to figure out how. So the only way is to harvest with you all as my witness, if that's okay with you all. And in this process, too, you get to see the harvest itself and how it's done. So I acknowledge that being here in this particular place, with these lights, with these beautiful witnesses here, is a threshold. This has created a threshold already. This presence is the threshold itself. My willingness to admit what is here and what is ready to be harvested is, they want me to speak for the divine. They keep calling it an orator. I'm not sure I know fully what that word means, but I acknowledge that there's this potency when I speak. I know people can feel it. I know in your responses to what's happened and the things that I have shared, how deeply it has touched and how far it has reached. And I honor that, Creator. I honor that. Thank you. And I'm going to, even when we went down to in the prayer chaplain, so an example, when there's dice that they have that you roll that have phrases on it and you can create a topic on that by throwing that phrase. It takes me hours to do a 3-letter anagram. I'm not good at those kinds of things. It's just not my jam. But there was something immediately there present when we were doing this training that I could see that I've never seen in myself before. Witnessing little things like that. But all of this has been this nurturing support from unity itself. So I'm being asked to step into this process and actually be in it. So I'm listening, Spirit. I'm listening. So this gift that seems to want to be inside of me that you all have brought out in me and you all have allowed me to actually create depth and stretch this ability to speak from my heart and allow this depth of energy to flow through me into your own heart spaces. I acknowledge this Creator. I acknowledge the energy that joins me here up at this altar right now that makes my body tremble. I want to integrate and work with this energy however is best fit for the higher good of all. So I'm going to allow my body to do whatever it needs to do to allow this integration to actually take place, because I wish to harvest. I wish to harvest what is ripe. What you've told me this morning is ready to actually be accepted. I am stepping into this presence. I am stepping into this responsibility. I gladly accept it. I gladly wish to have relationship with it. I wish to embody it, which was what just happened now. And now I feel myself coming back to a calmness. Thank you all for being my witness, because without this witness, without this community that caused this to actually come out of me, this threshold wouldn't have been what it is right here, right now. So by acknowledging what this is, seeing the ripeness of it, allowing yourself this integration period, whatever that looks like for you, and then following with this great process of spirit, knowing exactly what is in the right moment and right time for this process. I want you all to think deeply about your harvest this year, because this is the golden year. And these golden processes that we are going through have deep, deep rewards, meaning all that we're putting our effort into. This may be boundaries, this may be all kinds of things. But what I really wish for you all is to be deeply aware of these beautiful gifts that I have witnessed in you all already. How they're coming into their ripeness, how they are coming into their fullness. And that when you allow spirit and you accept this position, you allow this graduation to happen. You are now through this threshold and into a new area. It's like a graduation is really what I'm going through in this process. Acknowledging it, accepting it, stepping into this power of it and responsibility. Creator of all that is, and to all of the unseen of unconditional love, thank you, thank you, thank you. And so it is.
Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. I can feel God's mighty power and God's grace. There's a holy hush around us. I see love on every face. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place.
And surely it is. Thank you. The daily word for today is compassion. And the affirmation, there is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life, in our lives, God. As you may have recognized, today's affirmation is one of the 5 basic principles of unity. Embracing this principle defines our purpose as spiritual beings in human form. If fear-based judgments cloud our expanding awareness of spiritual truth, we affirm this principle and then remind ourselves of Jesus' words, "Judge not." Compassion is a spiritual energy that dissolves the negative effects of judgment. When we reflect on the conflicts of the world, we learn from the consequences of judging others. We appreciate the rich diversity of this mortal realm without insisting on either superiority or conformity. By making loving choices in our lives, we honor and recognize our oneness with all beings. And from 1 John 4:7, "Beloved, let us love one another, because love is from God. Everyone who loves is born of God and knows God." And so it is. Thank you.
Wow. Well, that was some opening, right? Welcome, everybody, to Unity of Chattanooga's Sunday celebration service. It's wonderful to be here with all of you beautiful, cheerful people, singing these happy, upbeat songs with all of you each week, in between talking about and exploring spiritual truths you so eloquently shared with us. It almost always makes my Sundays my favorite day of the week. Does anybody else have that? Like, Sundays are my favorite day. I never thought I'd be the type of person who would say, "Hey, Sunday's my favorite day of the week," you know? And, you know, Sunday, I get Fridays mixed up with a lot of other days. Maybe turning off my screens and all the to-do lists in my head also has something to do with it too. But this is a safe place to reset. And for me, I think that's why I love coming here, you know, because it kind of is like a weekly reset. And I leave here, I don't have the weight of last week on me when I leave here on Sunday, you know, afternoon sometimes. But truly, I mean, ever since moving to Chattanooga 4 years ago, Laura and I moved here 4 years ago, Sundays have just been wonderful. And so let's get spiritually balanced. Let's get spiritually recharged, all right? Yeah. Okay, I also want to welcome everybody out there and on your screens. I'm sorry for you. I love that you're with us right now, and I encourage you to be with us, but do take a moment, maybe even after you watch this service, to not jump into the next thing, because what's that old saying? Silence is golden. And silence, I don't know about any of you, silence is getting more and more rare in my day-to-day life. And when I can find it, wow, I'm like, this is what I need to be doing, you know? And there's a truth that comes with that. So thank you for joining us. We appreciate you for being here. Feel free to comment. Everybody, even our live people, you know, share the service. There's links out on YouTube to it. But do, you know, maybe take that moment to turn your screen off and even if it's not thinking about this or what we learn or hear or explore today, just that space. Because I'm going to go off my script too. Thank you for that lead, Noam. That's why I wore this shirt today. I got this shirt a couple weeks ago, and I'm like, good happens. I love that. And I need to say that more often. And when I do, guess what? You guys have this shirt too, so I'm just, I see, I got it. It's true. It's true, and when we take that moment and we make, I know I have a peculiar sense of fashion. And I was like, oh, are people, I almost talked myself out of it. I'm like, oh gosh, I'm the president of the board of trustees. I can't wear a t-shirt to service, what are people gonna think? Exactly. I'm like, oh, they're a bunch of hippies, they won't care. But then I come in and I don't know, maybe I've never noticed it before, but Haim is wearing a t-shirt, Jens is wearing a t-shirt, there's several people wearing t-shirts, and it's like, oh, you guys aren't judging me for wearing a t-shirt. You might judge me for other things, but you don't judging me for wearing something, that is like, hey, I'm just living my truth, and I'm wearing my truth, because when we do, there was something that I wrote. Good happens today, tomorrow, and next week, and next year in my life, when I'm not stuck in the past or living in the constant state of anxiety about the future. And that's what I meant about getting with that silence, because it breaks that, oh gosh, I regret that, and oh my gosh, I'm afraid of that. That's not where good happens. Good doesn't happen when we're stuck in the past, or we're worried about the future, or we're feeding anxiety about the future. Good happens when I stand on my porch with my dog and look out the window. That's when I see cardinals playing. I saw a hawk yesterday swoop down, little rabbits and stuff, and they're all out there with me. I'm being quiet. I'm not, playing my flute or banging a drum or anything, but they come out, It's like that owl. I showed you guys that owl that was watching us one day, and we got a picture of just by chance, and it's just like, good happens when I'm not tied to my screen. I'm not checking my email. I'm not going, oh, I should be doing, why am I doing that when I should be doing that? Good happens when I follow my intuition, and instead of being guided by fear, good happens when I engage with and look for inspiration and validation in the present, not the past or the future. So, if you are looking to find inspiration and a path for personal growth, you are definitely in the right place, because good happens here. Okay, let's move into our announcements. This Thursday at noon, Wellness Warriors, a support group for people facing health challenges, will be meeting. Ann Yeager, she's not here today either. Okay, she's volunteering to be a poll worker on Thursday, so she's not going to be at Wellness Warriors, so she's not going to be giving light. And she said she was going to be here today, and she wanted to offer after service, but I don't see her. So I think it will resume on whatever the third Thursday is, and then the last Sunday of this month, she'll be offering the lighting again, which is amazing. Next Sunday, August 9th, the Chattanooga Friends, also known as the Quakers, invites everyone to attend a Hiroshima-Nagasaki memorial, commemorating those who died in the nuclear bombing of these two cities at the close of World War II. It's going to be held at the walking bridge between the Hunter Art Museum and the Walnut Street Bridge. This is a silent vigil from 8 to 9 p.m. They're going to be making like little origami floats and candles, yeah. So please see Kate Lavery if you have any questions about that, but that's next Sunday from 8 to 9 down by the Hunter. And if you're looking for a casual and fun exploration of core Unity teachings, mark your calendars for this month, because coming up, my wife Laura and I will be hosting an evening spiritual connection group in our home. We're going to be exploring the teachings of Reverend Justin Epstein, who is the author of Super You and is the head minister at Unity Center of New York. So we're going to be talking about making meditation a habit, seeking first to understand, God can't steer a parked car, why most people quit too early, and the courage to be loved. And then we're going to have a live one-on-one with Reverend Justin at the 6th, kind of a stump the Rev, where we get to ask him if God is so omnipotent and great, how come there's war? He has a great answer for that. But one thing, so the format is we have questions. We're gonna watch a 20-minute talk of him about the subject, and then we're gonna discuss it and then have Q&A. So it's like a 90-minute. There's a sign-up sheet in the back if you're interested. We're probably gonna go with the Friday night start date when we get back from South Carolina, because Friday nights seem to work for a lot of you all. So good deal. Excuse me. There's just a little bit, and yeah, the reason we're ending at 7 o'clock, because we live out Harrison Way, it'll still be light for you to drive home through the, those roads get a little dark out there sometimes by the lake. There's just a little bit of time left to register for Unity's annual fall retreat up in Lake Junealaska, North Carolina. There are informative presentations and from keynote speakers, workshops, fabulous buffets, and even some rest and relaxation. It's a beautiful campus up there. Please see Penny if you would like more information. And then following today's fellowship, the Power of Eight Intention Group, our monthly Power of Eight group, will be meeting downstairs probably roughly around 12:15. All of you are welcome. If there's something that you would like to see manifest or change in your life, please join us. We will also be doing a positive intention for our country and for the world at large. Good happens when we are intentional about what we want. And as I said last week in my opening prayer, and I know many of you feel it also, and Noam was talking about this in her prayer, a great awakening has begun all around the world. Anybody else feel that? And there is, it's a whisper, but it's a growing whisper. And that means that great awakening that's happening, that means we are the people that we've been waiting for. You know, instead of why don't they change? Why don't they do something else? Why don't we want what we want? So our Power of Eight group is a chance to experience and feed that positive change. Lori. The Power of Eight group? Well, we had a full 8 people last week. We did 3 intentions. We did 2 personal intentions for people and 1. So each intention is about 10 minutes, and we talk. So it's about an hour, anywhere from half an hour to an hour, I think, right? That's about what it was last week, or last month. And then, so yeah, Power of Eight, chance to experience and feed that positive change that is happening all around the world. Coincidentally, or synchronistically, because there are no coincidences when we're on our divine path, right? Oh, Ann is here. Let me just finish this announcement. Synchronistically, I love that word. Next Sunday, Reverend Mitch Johnson is going to be here, and he's going to be talking about act as though I am and I will be. So I think that's really going to piggyback on a lot of what we were talking about today. Hi, Ann. You're late. No. I just made the announcement that I'm not judging. Oh, okay. So are you available to give light after service? Okay. And that'll be immediate. Yeah. Are you in the library or downstairs in the... Okay.
We'll figure it out.
Okay. And that's immediate, that's like right after service, right? Yeah. Okay. All right. Awesome. Yay, I'm glad you made it. Okay. So are we going, oh no, we're gonna get to everyone's favorite thing. It's time to meet and greet your neighbor. Woohoo! Oh, Lori again. Sorry. Oh, right. See, I went off script, and thank you for that. Is there anyone new here today? No? Oh, hi there. Okay. Our usher has a packet of information for you that it's a little bit of information about what Unity is, how we got started. There is a sheet of paper on there that you're welcome to fill out and put in the offering basket or leave out back. Just puts you on our newsletter mailing list. It's only 2 emails a month, and you get to see what we're doing, events and upcoming speakers and stuff like that. So we do a little greeting for new people. So let's warm up our hands. We love you. We bless you. We appreciate you, and we behold the Christ in you. Yeah, it's good stuff. We say the Christ in you because in unity we believe everyone is a child of God and the divine creator. So we must, therefore, by definition, right, all have a spark of divinity within us. So it's the very same quality of being that Jesus demonstrated in his ministry and why he told us, that which I can do, you can also do. And we forget that sometimes, right? I know I do. But we're all divine creations of a divine spirit that has had many names throughout history and throughout the religions of the world. But they all agree on one thing. If God, or whatever other name you prefer to give him or her or them, if that creator is perfect and divine and all-powerful, how could he, she, or they create anything imperfect? So with that in mind, I just want to thank you all for being here, and I acknowledge the divinity in each person here. Okay. Are we introduce? Oh, no, meet and greet. Yeah, going to the meet and greet. Sorry. I went off script. I'm a script guy. Meet and greet. I think one of the things also that makes Sunday my favorite day of the week is I get to play a gong every now and then, you know? So bang a gong, get it on. Yeah. All right. Yes. Okay, this past May, our guest speaker today is Vic Sorrell. Do you want to do music first? Sure. Let me go ahead and introduce you. You can do the music and then the talk and the meditation. Our guest speaker today and musician is Vic Sorrell. This past May, Vic graduated from the University of Tennessee with a master's in social work. During his time in graduate school, he trained as a psychotherapist and is now fortunate to serve as a small practice of mental health therapy in Nashville. He also has a full-time job in community engagement with the Vanderbilt HIV vaccine program, which conducts trials of preliminary HIV vaccines in the hopes that one day a preventative vaccine will be available to end this terrible pandemic forever. In addition, he is now working on his first book entitled The Origin of Fullness, which speaks to the important role of authenticity and integrity in the creation of the fullest experience of life we can have in these human bodies of ours. So let's welcome Vic Sorrell.
Good morning. First of all, please say with me, there is good in the world, and it is right and it is well, that I receive it. There is good in the world, and it is right and it is well, that I am it. And so it is. So you all, I think, have already heard that I wasn't supposed to be here today, but I was supposed to be here today. So it's good to see you all, even at a moment's notice. But something interesting happened when I said yes to this invitation. Spirit has a way, to say, oh, guess what? I have something for them. This is what I need for you to sing to them when you open on that morning, Sunday morning. So somebody sent me a text bright and early on Friday, and it was the excerpt from their daily calendar, and I just want to share with you a little bit about what it said. Smash the damn piñata and gobble the candy treasures. Pogo stick in your tutu. Crash your big wheel into piles of mud and dance yourself clean in the bathtub with crayons, rubber duckies, and water dyes. Each day you grow younger. Each day you remember. Neverland is now. Welcome home. So I thought the same thing. I thought, wow, that's an invitation for me to get into my inner child, which, as you all know, is the heart of who we are, our inner child. And this song came through in about 6 minutes, and it's called Neverland, and I hope you enjoy it as much as I've had fun letting it be in the world. All right, so wherever, there's the band, okay. And here are the words, so feel free to sing along if you want to, read along, but be sure you listen and consider the message. Sometimes it all gets too serious. Let's let some fun have its way. Too many rules, so many schools, keep me from feeling my days. Somehow the hours just fly by. Not sure I notice a thing. When I fall in the matrix, I'm always late. The time isn't real in the first place. Alright, y'all. It's never too late. Never say never. Imminent is now what I choose to see. Oh, hesitation, forgiveness feels better. Neverland is now if it's ever gonna be. Alright. There is a flow and a rhythm. Life always plays its tune. Before we miss, we're forgiven, but we get to remember that's true. Forget the worries inside you. They only weigh on your mind. Let that fear that you're feeling fall behind you and dance to the music. It's time. It's never too late. Never say never. That I choose to see. No hesitation. Forgiveness feels better. Neverland is now if it's ever gonna be. That's right, y'all. Come on. When we meet love where we find it, we know the sweetness is found. Leaning in, we can feel it. It's the love that was always around. Everybody now. Never too late. Never say never. Oh, what I choose to see. No hesitation. Forgiveness feels better. Neverland is now if it's ever gonna be. One more time. It's never too late. Never say never. Life is always what I choose to see. No hesitation. Forgiveness feels better. Neverland is now if it's ever gonna. Last time. It's never too late. Never say never. Life is always what I choose to see. No hesitation. Forgiveness feels better. It's now if it's ever gonna be. Anything is now if it's ever anything. Alright, y'all. So when you go out and you do your work week, just remember, Neverland is in you, and it's now if it's ever gonna be. So, all right. Before we go there, though, I just want to say thank you all for enjoying that.
Give it up for the dancers.
That's right. That's right. Listen, we co-create a good time if there's a good time. Never forget that. We all play a part in the fun if it's to be had, and I appreciate that about you all. Open your hearts, and you're willing to go where the Spirit flows. So thank you for that. I want to get to the heart of the matter in this moment, because today we're talking about unbecoming. And so this next song I wrote and thought it was for a good friend of mine that I was watching go through a struggle, and I thought, well, that's exactly how Spirit does. The song's for me. And the song might be for you, and we'll see what you think. It's called The Soldier. Well, you keep fighting, soldier. The war rages on, and you ain't getting any younger. Making yourself wrong, why won't you lay down your weapon? The story's long and lived its time. You don't have to live fighting, soldier. If you let go, you can fly. We all have our reasons past, but there's no sense in believing you could change it looking back. You have your opinion, but the truth is somewhere else, between all you refuse to feel and the pain you make yourself. It doesn't have to get harder. We forgive whenever we choose. It's getting past the voice that says if you lay it down, you lose. So you keep fighting, soldier. The war rages on, but you ain't getting any younger, making yourself wrong. So why won't you lay down your weapon? The story's long outlived its time. You don't have to keep fighting, soldier. If you let it go, you can fly. Somehow I remember there was innocence in my own eyes, but the ones there in the mirror won't stop counting my crime. So I guess I'll keep fighting, soldier. The war rages on, and I know I'm getting older. The years are short, but the days are long. I could lay down this weapon, but I might not recognize the soul without the soldier I've spent so long living this life. We'll wait on that one. How many soldiers do we have in the room with us this morning? Yeah, anybody recognize that one? I tell you, that song just wants to be heard. And I'm here for it. All right. Yeah, the soldier, I hope that the line that you remember the most is living the lie. Because the reason that's important is that when we withhold forgiveness from ourselves, we are living a lie because we're holding ourselves in consciousness as a lie. Here's why that's true. The Course in Miracles teaches us that we are all innocent. Man, we're all innocent. How could I possibly say that? We know ourselves. We know our lives. We know where we've been, what we've done, what we've thought, who we've hurt. We're not our behavior. And the best predictor of what anyone will do in life and what they will make of their life is how they see themselves, how we identify. Do we identify as the love, as the expression, the unique expression of love that we all are? Or do we identify as the things we've done, the mistakes we've made, the accomplishments we've achieved? How do we identify? So in the song The Soldier, living the lie means living in my personality self. The lie that I am a mistake. You know? The lie that something is wrong with me that's fundamentally irreparable. That's a lie. But that's the belief that feeds that critical voice that keeps those critical thoughts coming one after the next after the next. So today, we're going to talk about unbecoming. The whole world out there always talks about what we're becoming. What are you working on? What are you going to do next, right? You're only as good as your last hit. Well, in this space, we're going to talk about unbecoming, because the truth is that we already are and always have been everything that truly we need to be. It's the masks and the layers and the adaptations that life adds to us when we don't realize it's happening that we get to let go of, that we get to unbecome, just so we can be the truth of who we've always been. Yeah? Yeah. So when we talk about unbecoming, there's an interesting image that one of my teachers, Marianne Williamson, refers to that I really love. It's about Michelangelo, the artist. I know you've heard it. I see some heads shaking, right? Michelangelo said he stood in front of a slab of marble and he did not conceptualize what he intended the marble to be when he finished the sculpture. He simply made himself available for the marble that was asking to fall away so that the art could appear. Now that, my friends, is an artiste. Yes? With a capital A, aligned with the reality with a capital R, as A Course in Miracles would say. So when we think about unbecoming, forgiveness is such an important piece of that. Forgiveness. Because how are we truly to let go of anything that's asking to fall away if we can't forgive it in the first place? Right? Now, why is it so difficult to forgive? You all are one of the realest rooms of people I've ever stood before. So tell me what you think. Why is it so difficult to forgive? Please. We're trying to protect ourselves from more hurt, trying to protect ourselves. If we keep the wall up, right, then we can't get hurt again. Interesting. Yes? Oh, wow. We grow comfortable with what we know. And if unforgiveness is what was modeled for us, then unforgiveness is going to feel very familiar and very safe, actually, ironically. Yes?
Becomes part of our identity, being a victim identity.
Yes, forgiveness can be difficult because victim identity can become part of the way that we see ourselves. Yep. And what I said before, that I'll always believe is true, is the greatest predictor of how anyone will live their life and what they will do and how they will be is how they see themselves. And so if fundamentally you identify as a victim, guess what? Again and again, we create things to forgive. However, if forgiveness is not familiar, then what do? We build resentment, 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 resentment. And then our vibration becomes heavier and heavier and heavier and heavier. Yeah. Sure.
Can I share something?
I wish you would.
Because you're just such a dynamic and exhilarating speaker. But I like to think about something in my head now about forgiving and forgetting. So there's a woman who's abused by a husband, and she's forgiven him once, and he goes back to the same shenanigan. She's given him twice. And then she says, I have to forgive myself. And then she says, you know, I forgive you, but if I don't leave you this time, it'll be devastating for me to live a physical life amid a psychological death. The deprecation, I use the word depreciation, making me feel like nothing. And he says, it's the alcohol. It's the bipolar. And she said, I have to be true unto myself. So forgiving sometimes is a little tricky. If someone, that's what I wanted to say, to be true unto yourself. You have to forgive you, but I'm not picking up the phone. Please don't knock on my door. I need to forgive myself.
What you've just shared is not only helpful to them, it's also helpful to me, and I'll tell you why. Forgiveness does not mean that we're ready to have lunch. Right? Forgiveness means that I'm willing to let go of the resentment that I hold in my body. so that I can be free. Forgiveness also does not mean what you did is okay. It means I am willing to love myself enough to let go, to unbecome this resentful person that I've become. Okay? Forgiveness means to give forth, and there it is. Give forth. It's all about giving. But I think that it's important to be able to forgive ourselves for so many reasons. Number one, in my opinion, so that pursuing our dreams will make sense to us. Now, let me explain this. Until we have forgiven ourselves, we are blocking our experience of worthiness. And the way that that typically shows up is that we get a vision for our life, we have a dream, we have an assignment that's placed on our heart, but you know what? When we're not in our worthiness, it won't make sense. It won't make sense. And our ego mind will come up with, as they say in the South, umpteen million reasons why that is not for us to do. And that we don't have the skill, we don't have the talent, we don't have the. When the truth of the matter is that it's the Christ in us. It never was supposed to be us. It was supposed to be, I am willing to be available for the Christ within me who can do all things. The Spirit of love within me who can do all things, right? We get it twisted when we decide that it's supposed to be us. I have to do this. I have to rely on my intellect. I have to rely on my education. I have to rely on my talent. Guess what? Nope. You simply get to rely on your willingness to be available in the now, in the moment. Just like I'm doing my best to do right now, to listen as it's coming through. Yeah. So I want us to take that into meditation. I want us to think about the reality of what our dreams truly are and how important it is to welcome forgiveness. So if you'll make yourself comfortable where you're sitting, I just invite you to reach the place where you feel the most yourself. And allow the chair to support you completely the way that life also supports you and me completely. Notice your breath and where it falls in your body, not to change or fix anything, but to notice the life that is happening as you now. The life that is happening as you now. And in this now moment, I want you to visualize yourself as the infant that you were when you first came into this body in this life. I want you to see that face in your mind's eye. I want you to notice the softness. Notice the innocence. Notice the vulnerability. Notice the magic that is that baby. And now remember that you will always be at your deepest level. That softness, that fun, that vulnerability, and that magic. And that baby came to this planet with a mission, and you know what yours is. It may be today that you decide to step forth into it, but you know what? It's never too late. Never say never. Life is always what we choose to see. So as we let ourselves simply be forgiven, then we let the part of us emerge that is the truth. The part of us that knows our dreams, which are our contribution to the healing of the world. And in forgiveness, following those dreams makes sense. When we return to the love that we are, then all that we are is love to return to the world. So in this now moment, just be available for forgiveness. Be available to the love that we are. And we remember that this space is always available to us to return to. The surest sign of enlightenment is how quickly we're willing to realign with love when we realize we've fallen out of alignment. We can skip the condemnation, we can skip the punishment, we can skip all the unnecessary and simply forgive ourselves and realign with love now. And in doing this, we are made new for the journey. I see you. I know you. And I love you. And so it is. So this is another song that came through the veil this week. This has been a very powerful week for me, you all. I've just kind of been hanging out in the wonder of it all. But a friend of mine told me a story about a therapy session that he had, and where he was able to access the little boy that he used to be, who was so afraid of abandonment. And the way that this had come to be was, he grew up on a farm in Louisiana, and he was out on the farm with his older cousins, and they used to leave him on the land because it was a joke. But it terrified him. So in this meditation, in this healing meditation modality that he was participating in, he was able to go back, and somehow in that moment, he was able to remind that little boy, all you have to do is follow the water back to the road. Right? He told me this story. When he said, follow the water back to the road, I'm glad I wasn't driving. I had already parked the car. And I sat in a Walgreens parking lot in Nashville, and this song came through in 6 minutes. So, you know, I hope that it's a gift to you. It's a gift to me. Okay, it's called Follow the Water. Yeah. And bring that band up just a little bit. Thank you, sir. That's perfect, thank you. Well, I'll always remember my granddaddy James. He told me, don't be ashamed, son. We all lose our way. There is love in the water. The water lives in us. When you're lost and alone, child, believe you can trust and follow the water back to the road. The river is wise and it knows where to go. When the currents of life take you too far from home, just follow the water back to the road. for the people who hurt you. They fight a battle inside. And even when they desert you, forgiveness makes it right. Just feel into the stillness for the strength of your soul. Oh, remember the wisdom child. Somehow you had to grow. And follow the water back to the road. A river is wise and it knows where to go. When the currents of life take you too far from home, just follow the water back to the road. Don't wrestle with those demons. Don't worry in vain. Y'all listen right here. The answers live inside us, like water lives in the rain. So follow the water. Oh yeah, follow the water back to the road. A current is wise and it knows where to go. When the currents of life leave you too far from home, just follow the water back to the road. Sing it with me one more time. Follow the water back to the road. Beautiful. Oh, the river is wise and it's always in flow. Don't give up. Don't give up on yourself. You're never too far gone. Just follow the water back to the road. I think we might have one more chance. Nope, that was it. You know how it is when your band's on tape. But I'll always remember my granddaddy James. Okay. I want to say this. You all are one of the most beautiful rooms of people in the world. And I love being with you all. And thank you. And I see you expanding just as love needs you to expand in order to be exactly who you're here to be as a community. And so it is.
Wow. Is anyone else having a now moment? I am. That was awesome. Thank you very much. Great words of wisdom. And it's funny, you know, we have these guest speakers every week, and you'd think that we rehearse the message. Like, you know, like we're like, okay, Noam's going to talk about this, Eric's going to talk about this, so make something appropriate for that. There's no planning. It's soup. It's spiritual soup, and it like always comes out tasting so good. Yes, yummy. Exactly. All right, so now is a time in our service where we have the opportunity to give back, because in the flow, you know, way leads on to way, and when we are generous with our gifts, the universe is generous back to us with its gifts. And as we in our book club that just concluded last week with Florence Scovel Shinn, The Game of Life and How to Play It, there's endless supply. There is endless supply, but we have to feed that endless supply because it's a loop. It's a loop. She had so many stories over and over again of people that like saved or hoarded and didn't get what they wanted. And there's an energetic loop that she described really well. If you haven't read The Game of Life and How to Play It, I highly recommend it. So anyway, let's join me in the offering statement. Divine love, through me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I give in love, and I receive in abundance.
We are one in the Spirit. We are one in the Lord. We are one in the Spirit. We are one in the Lord. And we pray that our unity may one day be restored. And we know we are family by our love, by our love. Yes, they'll know we are family by our love.
Heavenly Spirit, bless these gifts. And we're going to be using these for our speakers, our wonderful speakers like Vic that we bring in every week. We're going to use it to keep the air conditioning running and cool in here. Some might even say chilly when you're only wearing a t-shirt. But good happens, and it's happening right here with your gifts. So thank you in sweet gratitude. And so it is.
So it is.
Okay, well, wow, what a day. Let's give it up for Vic Sorrell again. Water leads to the road. Yes, sir. Okay, well, following service, Noam Stark is our prayer chaplain today. She will be meeting anyone interested in a supportive, positive prayer in the office. And Ann Yeagert will be either in the library or downstairs. Go see her. She does the Giving of Light, which is an energetic, it's a battery recharge. It's really great. And don't forget it's going maybe 12:20 instead of 12:15. I'll ring a gong, and the Power of 8 group is going to meet downstairs that I was talking about after that. So speaking of fellowship, do please stay for us. We have a lunch right after service today. I baked an apple pie that I'm testing out, so if anybody has any feedback, I would appreciate it. Now let's all stand and sing the peace song.
3, 4, let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God our Creator, and oneness all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow, to take each moment and live each moment with peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. The prayer for protection. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all